What is up, guys? So I wanted to make a rundown of my previous plans compared to Mint Mobile and the Mint Mobile speeds compared to my old plans. So let's begin with that. So T-Mobile is my first prepaid plan that I had, which was through Walmart. $30 a month, 100 minutes of talk, unlimited text, and basically the data was about 3 to 5 gigs 4G, and then they throttled you after that, which was an awful plan because 100 minutes is not enough. Definitely not enough. I need unlimited everything. Um, After that, I switched to $40 a month, so that's about 480 a year, um, roughly. And basically, I had unlimited talk and text and unlimited data. And T-Mobile typically has that license with streaming services that don't use data when you stream with them. Now, I mean, I honestly think phone companies and internet companies are all a scam. I think they overprice everything, and they obviously don't need a data cap. There's absolutely no reason for a data cap. They just want to charge you more for raising that data cap, so it's utterly pointless. So Mint Mobile, I'm going with the 8 GB option. It still has unlimited everything, but it was only $20 a month, so it cut my phone bill in half. I went from 480 a year to 240 a year. Basically, what it is if you pay annually, they get their returns quicker, and we get a cheaper phone plan in the long run in the process. Basically, so like, basically, 240 a year is $20 a month, and then they have a 180 a year, which is 15 a month, which is their 3 gig option, and then they have the 12 gig option, which is 300 a year, which is 25 a month. So it's definitely cheaper in the long run. I ran a speed test, and at first it was kind of slow because my house is kind of a dead zone, so I have to use Wi-Fi when I'm home. Which I guess who doesn't use Wi-Fi when they're home when they have their phone? But like when I left, the download speed was like 40 megabits per second, which is insanely fast. So which is great when I try to like watch a video like on the go. Obviously I'm limited because I have 8 gigs, and videos actually take up a lot of memory, so or data. So basically, I am 100% satisfied with this plan. Ryan Reynolds randomly announced that he has ownership stakes in Mint Mobile, which is interesting. But yeah, no, I was kind of skeptical at first, and from what I've gathered up, it's worth it. It's totally worth it, especially when you cut your phone bill in half. You can spend your money on something else or just save it, and that basically that 480 I was spending a year can last for 2 years of my phone plan now instead of 1 year. So also the cool thing is if you wanted to, let's say if you bought the 3 gig option, and which is about 180, and you wanted to upgrade to the 8 gig option, you can either set it up so that your next billing cycle, which is the following year, will change it to that upgraded plan, or you can make it change immediately, which will pay the difference, which is kind of nice. So if you don't want your 3 gig plan anymore and you want to instantly change it to 8 gigs, and they'll get whatever credit that you've already spent on the year, and then they'll pay the difference. So if you paid 180, you'll be paying another $60 on top of that. Yeah. So yeah, math. So yeah, no, you'd be paying the extra $60, and that's it for the year, for the 12 months, or wherever. Or I guess if you use up a month, it'll be less, but like or more. But yeah, no. So basically, it's totally worth it. I'm not too picky with my phone plans because I'm not gonna. I don't really care about the luxury of having the fastest and at least the fastest for video streaming at 1080p. Like T-Mobile itself wasn't that good at streaming at 1080p because every time I would want to stream 1080p, it would just buffer no matter where I was with T-Mobile. And I'm sure Sprint and AT&T do the same thing. Verizon is a lot faster, and they have more coverage. So I'm assuming their 1080p streaming or watching YouTube videos is significantly faster than most companies. But you also pay the premium price of like $80 a month, which is like 4 times as much as Mint Mobile, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. You kind of want to reduce your monthly cost of everything. People have Netflix, people have streaming bundles now. People pay for cable, people pay for their car, everything. And it stacks up way too high. Like phone bills with landline are only like between like $10 to $20. I think my parents pay like $10 to $15 for their landline plan through Spectrum. So the fact that you have to like pay like $40 to $80 a month on a phone plan is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I understand that you're using internet too, but that's kind of a luxury that's not really necessary. I mean, at least in that high speeds, because you can still use your GPS, you can still use your emails, you can still use Google search just fine. The only problem is music and video streaming, entertainment essentially, is the necessity of high speed data. But I get high speed with my $20 a month option, so I'm satisfied with that. I listen to Pandora or watch some YouTube videos from time to time. Usually, when I was at the mechanic, fixing a tire, I just connected to their Wi-Fi and started watching The Simpsons on Disney Plus, but through their Wi-Fi rather than having to use my data. So most places have Wi-Fi enabled for people to just use. When I was at a car dealership, same thing. I was stuck there for like 3 hours, and I just watched a couple movies through their Wi-Fi, or I just asked them for their Wi-Fi since I'm going to be stuck there, and they allow it, so which is kind of cool. So that's Mint Mobile. I highly suggest it. If you want to click my referral link, that'd be great, because we would both get money if you use a referral link. If you have 5 friends referred, you get a year free, which is the goal that I'm trying to do, at least, because I got one. I don't know why. Referral links are insanely hard to get people to do that kind of stuff, but I definitely want to see if I can try to get a year free. But I think you get $15 if in your wallet, or $25. I don't remember what the cash is for the other person that clicks, because I use the referral link to get to my plan, and then I started distributing my referral links out to people. But basically, there's tiers of referral links, so I think you either get $15 or $25. I'm not really sure, but that helps pay for your towards your phone plan to make it cheaper, which is kind of nice. So if you guys want to support that, please click the link. If not, it's cool. I hope this information was useful. I think everybody should kind of do a lot more research when it comes to their monthly spending, because with the amount of monthly services out there, it's getting kind of crazy on how much you have to spend per month to maintain most services, especially streaming services, is getting kind of out of hand, because now they're bundling like cable, so you have to pay a bundle fee if you want to watch. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you can get the one thing, I guess. I started getting Disney Plus, but that's just because it was really, really cheap for me, because I spent the $140 for 3 years, which is about $4 a month, which is cheaper than Xbox Live Gold. So Xbox Live Gold is like $5 a month, I think, if you pay yearly, which is $60. So I absolutely love it. I highly recommend it if you want to cut your phone bill in half. I mean, you basically will save hundreds of dollars, and you can spend it on whatever the hell you want after that too. I mean, technically you can buy every streaming service if you cut your phone bill in half, because that's how much it'll cost. Get your your HBO Max, get your Disney Plus bundle, and you're set for life, I guess. Because I'm saving $240 on my phone plan, and I ended up buying that Dyson HP04 for during Black Friday, because it was cheaper. I absolutely love it. It's a heater too. But yeah, no, enough of me rambling. Thank you for watching. Yeah.